Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, you're absolutely awesome. Thank you for clicking on the video. If not, welcome back. You're really cool. That being said, let's talk a little bit about Tesla's FSD and especially the beta, how it's going and what I think about it, what I think is going to happen in the future, especially in the near future. What are some of the things that everybody's been kind of looking forward to and waiting for, but really nothing has helped, really truly happened. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off by going into what Tesla FSD really is, especially the beta. Now, the beta obviously is, when it comes to the full self-driving, I need to really point out that the autopilot is different from full self-driving. This is very, very important for me to say because apparently there's a little bit of a confusion with regards to full self-driving and autopilot. Autopilot is free with every purchase of every Tesla. It basically has a basic functionalities. That's really what autopilot is. It's think of it as, I guess, cruise control on steroids. So that being said, FSD beta. So FSD beta is out to a handful of people. That's obviously growing, and people are testing the beta, basically testing out how everything works. This is where all the data gets collected, the system gets a chance to learn from all the data that has been collected. But that all being said, the FSD beta is still only in limited hands. And like, for example, here in Canada, we don't even have the option to subscribe, for example, for FSD. So I think one of the key implications of FSD is how it's going to take the entire ecosystem of electric vehicles and how it's going to make it better. Now stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information, especially on Smart Summon, but and possibly a few other things. But the key thing to look forward to, I think, is when it comes to FSD, there's a very interesting ecosystem around electric vehicles in general, but especially around Tesla. And the full self-driving, the autopilot system, all of these things are kind of fit into the bigger picture. So when you're looking at FSD and FSD beta, it's all the tests are getting done to get to a certain point, right? They're trying to achieve a full self-driving system where you really don't have to do anything. And you just basically tell the car where you want to go. This is, in my opinion, this is years and years away. I mentioned this years ago. But when it comes to FSD beta, one of the interesting things I'm finding is the fact that they even call it FSD beta, mainly because almost everything on Tesla vehicles is beta. However, the key thing I think that really stands out to me is how much of an improvement it makes on every simple, every single update, there's a bigger and bigger improvement. And if you watch a lot of the YouTube videos out there, you'll see that there definitely is an improvement, and Tesla is really approaching everything in a very different way. They're trying to get FSD into the public's hands ASAP. One of the key things I find that there's lots of talks about the accident rate when it comes to FSD. I don't really know if that truly applies to FSD beta, mainly because it's in a shorter, it's not in everybody's hands, obviously. But I think ultimately with FSD being beta, and I think it should have always been technically beta, and I think it technically is, because most people confuse autopilot or navigate on autopilot with FSD. Now, a lot of the cars obviously have a full self-driving computer, which is great, but the FSD beta that you are hearing about and doing all these amazing things through cities and all that fun stuff is not available to the general public, realistically speaking. It's still a beta and it's still to beta testers. My bigger issue here is for those people who have paid for FSD, they do actually get a lot. Like in my case, for example, I paid for enhanced autopilot. That's something very different from FSD, but essentially it's in the same ecosystem. And I think this is what people are getting very confused about. Is it in the same ecosystem? And the answer is yes. It's literally all in the same, be it autopilot, full self-driving, smart summon, all of that stuff is all in the same ecosystem. Autopilot itself, or navigate on autopilot, you're obviously much more aware. I know I use it a great deal and I love it. I don't know if I'd want to go down the path of being a FSD beta tester. I don't know if I'd have the patience for it, mainly because I'm just a busy guy in general. But I think that's a very key point to understand, that FSD beta testers are out there doing the tests, right? The performance tests and all the fun little things to see what it's capable of. FSD will improve over time, and it's improving as is. I am very curious to see how long before the general public really gets their hands on full self-driving. Here in Canada, I'm expecting it's not going to be for a while, because for some reason in Canada, we obviously are way behind as far as getting even the updates most of the time. But this first second I will have a chance to, get it on my car, the full self-driving system, I definitely will. And in the meantime, I'm just looking at seeing how it works and what's going on. Because I myself have enhanced autopilot, for me, it's only going to cost $99 a month to do the subscription option. So I'd rather go down that path anyway, instead of paying out like $5,000 or $6,000 right now for me to do the remaining update. So as I said at the end of the video, I want to talk a little bit about Smart Summon, Summon and Smart Summon. So Summon and Smart Summon are funny things. Summon, I like it because I can move the car back and forth, especially out of tight spots. I really do use it. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. And I think when FSD comes out, that's going to be a lot more usable. Now, Smart Summon, which I have, it's basically where you can call the car to come to you. Granted, it doesn't work perfectly by any means, but it works well enough for me to have used it a great deal of times just to have the car come to me. I live in Vancouver, British Columbia, man. This is rain town. So we get a lot of rain. So it's awesome for me to be able to get a car to come up to me, and, I'm going to get less wet, I guess. But how that's going to impact, I guess, what impact that's going to have once FSD is fully released, that's where my curiosity is. I'm going to cover that in a future video, a little bit more about Smart Summon and Summon, but I think there's a lot to talk about, because Smart Summon and Summon are very useful features, and even Elon says that right now it's more of a gadget. I find it to be ridiculously useful. I've used it, like I said, on countless times, and I do find it very, very useful. It's not perfect, it doesn't work perfectly, but it does work. But I am really, really looking forward to what the future is going to be for FSD and Smart Summon especially. All right, that's all I have for you guys. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button. It does definitely help the channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Till then, everybody, please drive safe. See ya.